You've got someone in mind as a romantic partner, someone you're drawn to. Maybe it's an ex, maybe it's a close friend that you're afraid to lose, or maybe it's someone that doesn't even know that you're imagining a deep relationship to share with them. Either way, this message is for you. And at the end, we're going to discuss if they don't want to be with you. This is how to manifest a very specific person and not by forcing their hand. Now, in part one, we want to start with the foundation. The laws of attraction say you attract what you are, not what you want to be, and not what you anxiously try to be. You simply attract what you are. Any anxious energy will attract anxiety. And anxiety is not a good emotional state of being for love. Love is patient, kind, long-suffering, not easily provoked, doesn't insist on its own way. So if you're anxious, you are already working against the vibrations of love and affection and appreciation. You have to release yourself of all anxiety. The best way to do this is to release yourself from the specific outcome of this process. Now, I know you started this process for a specific outcome, and therein lies the paradox. You have to release yourself into the quantum area of faith. Everything that you're going to create in this life always requires faith. Faith is a force in the universe. It's about intention of creation. It's about intention about a state of being. If you in turn are trying to attract love, companionship, and friendship, joy, and harmony, that starts also with the faith of intention for those things. And so if you want to attract this very specific person, you have to first want what is completely best for them, including if they choose not to specifically be with you. Because God wants what's best for them as well as for you. You can't manipulate anyone into this. But I can tell you that if you truly start to intend what is best for the other person, that is your best bet in attracting them to you, because they will be attracted to the energy force that wants what's best for them. It's very intoxicating. It's very erotic. It's very seductive to come into the presence of someone that you can feel wants what's best for you. So the first move isn't about them at all. It's about you. When you feel connected, chosen, and fulfilled already within yourself, that is very attractive to the person that you want. And let's be real, when you are the version of yourself that knows your path, knows your alignment, knows your value, knows your worth, and is not in a state of desperation, you are already 100% more attractive to whoever you choose. To become magnetic, you must become sure of yourself. You must become grounded. You must become calm and confident. These are the energy states that are the most attractive to others when they are considering a romantic partner. People fall in love on a subconscious level, not a conscious level. They don't take out a calculator to decide who they're going to spend the rest of their life with. Their own intuitions are at play. The smells, the vibration, the looks, the glances, the colors are what come into their vibration and tell them whether or not this person would be a long-term beneficiary of their love and support, and if that investment would be worth it. And so they're looking to what's best for them, everyone. So even when they're with the wrong person, they're there simply because their subconscious programming tells them they would be better off with this person. It's an energetic transfer between two souls. You can attract the very specific person that you want if you exude to them the vibration that they are looking for. All right, let me shift gears for a minute. There was one of my followers. Her name was Janice. She was a very attractive and unique individual who was very compassionate and kind to everyone. And she had a very specific crush on this guy. But she noticed that she was losing herself trying to attract this guy she liked named Eric. She did everything she thought she should do. She did vision boards. She did journals, she wrote letters, and she had a couple affirmations on the mirror that she could see every day about Eric. But to be honest, the energy underneath these practices was based on desperation, anxiety, and a feeling of, I need him to complete me. So one day she finally asked me, YaSeen, I've done everything you've told me to do. Why isn't this working? So I simply asked her, if he was already yours and you were deeply in love with him and comfortable and safe, would you be checking his social media feed every hour on the hour? Would you be looking at texts from months ago that were only a few words exchanged obsessively every day? Would you be looping your own self-worth through his availability? And that hit home for her. She got really quiet with me. I gave her a moment. She paused and she got really honest. And that honesty with herself began the seeds of freedom. So she started to center her life again, not for anyone else, not to impress or draw anyone else, but because she realized that she was losing herself in this obsession. So the next day she started to show up for herself. She took more time in meditation, relaxation, and working out her body. She showed up with more clarity at work and more clarity when she was playing with her friends. About 3 weeks later, after this conversation we had, she got a call from Eric, unprompted and totally unexpected. But a funny thing happened. She told me that by then, she was no longer really interested in Eric. She realized that she wasn't the same person that had been longing and waiting for him before. And that's the beautiful paradox. When you stop needing it, you become more available to it. When you stop being desperate for it, you become the very energy that draws it to you. So you're probably saying right now, well, how do I do that? How do I become the energy that attracts what I want instead of being so desperate for what I want? So try this. Every day in the morning, put aside 2 or 3 minutes and say in 7 repetitions, I am needed, I am wanted, I attract what I love. Say it over and over. I am needed, I am wanted, I attract what I love. And we're not saying this from a place of ego or manipulation, but we're trying to increase our vibration. We're trying to love ourselves better so that we attract those who want to love us. I am already needed. I am already wanted. I attract what I love. Say that to yourself 7 times with your eyes closed so that you can concentrate and block out all the noise and everything else. You're going to concentrate on this presence, this feeling of vibration. And you're going to say to yourself, I am needed. I am wanted. I attract who I love. I am needed. I am wanted. I attract who I love. You're going to say that over and over and over until you start to feel good and naturally smile. And imagine yourself being with the person that you want. Remember, this is not about them specifically. This is about concentrating on the feeling that you will have when you feel like you're at home with your partner. You're in love with your partner. You're wanted by your partner. You're understood by your partner. You want to visualize how that feels within yourself. You want to imagine yourself experiencing that in the present moment, that I am loved, I am wanted, I am waking up next to the person that I enjoy, and this feels at home. This is my everlasting reality. I am needed. I am with them. I'm at home with them. I feel safe. I feel confident. I feel assured. And then the last exercise is at night before you go to bed. I want you to write a small paragraph about how it was to spend that type of day with the person that you love. Write it as if it is now and say, it was so wonderful to take my lunch with my lover. I felt needed. I felt desired. I felt completely connected with them. Now, let's address the problem of, what if they do not want me? You may have even gotten into an argument with them or already been through a separation. Some people I've helped have even also went through a divorce and wanted to be back with their partner. They realized that they made a mistake and that they really did love their partner and they were ready to amend themselves and they wanted to be back with them. But there was a lot of hurt and pain or arguments that was between them. Or you might have just texted them once or gotten to the point where you got their communication or sent them a friendly DM and you got nothing. So let's be honest. If you're only trying to draw a specific person because you think that they are the only person that can make you feel the way you want to feel, then you have already gotten out of alignment with source energy, because that is simply not the case. You have more options than you are aware of. But if you are fixed on the one person, not for what's best for them, but because you believe that they are the only source of love available to you, then you have to realize that that is not true. Abundance, love, prosperity, desire, compassion, and connection are in complete infinitude all around you. All of the air is thick with desire, compassion, and love for you, and it can come from anywhere you want it to come from when you become more free in allowing it to do so. You cannot draw the specific person you want if you are coming from a place of scarcity. If you think they are the only source of your good future, then you are already breaking the contract with you and source. There is a covenant or a contract between you and the creator of your being. And the creator of your being says, I will give you in abundance whatever you want and need as long as you believe in this abundance. The second you stop believing in abundance or start to get so asphyxiated on one portal, you will close off all other portals that will take you to the same place or an even better place. Let's get very clear. Wanting a specific person really is not about that specific person. It's about what you believe they will make you feel to be with them. They represent an energy flow that you are attracted to. They are only representative of a greater reality. If they didn't make you feel the way they make you feel when you look at them or when you hear from them, then it wouldn't matter. You wouldn't have your attention on them. So you're not really focused on them because of them specifically. You're focused on them because of how they make you feel and what they make you believe about your future and yourself. And so that is actually what you're really going after. And that feeling is already available to you, whether they notice you or not. That is the point. You have to start to get into alignment with that feeling that you want from them before you have them. If you do this, they'll come in very short order. Hey, and if you're still here, just remember that means you are already coming into contact with your proper alignment. You're already getting in your flow, because ultimately this is not about them. This is about you taking your power back. Hey, if this resonates with you, please like this video. It really helps the channel, helps us grow. We really appreciate the love and support. And if you want to drop me a comment, go ahead right now. Start the process of attracting the person you want by writing down in the comment section right now and say, I'm attracting the love that I want. Everyone who knows that your partner is on their way, go ahead and drop me a comment and say, I am attracting the love that I want. Blessings and peace.